Hello and welcome to English Parliamentary News. I'm Dadi Ramadan. In this edition, we'll present all the latest and interesting information around the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia. Vice Speaker of the House of Representatives FADLI encourages the Eurasian country's parliament to guarantee full protection for Rohingya Muslims' fundamental rights, especially to have a proper life means. He also pushed the Eurasian Parliament to protect the stability and safety around the border between Myanmar and Bangladesh, and carried out based on the third resolution of United Nations General Assembly in October 31st, 2017.
Speaking in the third meeting speaker of Eurasian countries' parliament in Antalya, Turkey recently, Vice Speaker for Politics and National Safety FADLI reminds the importance of sending back Rohingya refugees safely and with dignity. This can be done by encouraging stronger cooperation with the Myanmar government. This issue is stated in the drafting group meeting, which was led by the State Duma of Federal Assembly of Russian Federation, Mr. Filasa Falodin. This meeting is also discussing various economic-related issues as well as environment and sustainable development goals or SDGs.
Dan sekarang ini ada lebih dari 1 juta pengungsi di perbatasan Bangladesh, ya, Cox's Bazar dari Rohingya. Mereka tidak mendapatkan satu perlakuan yang baik di negara asalnya dan harus ada solusi yang cepat. Ya, solusi yang cepat itu adalah repatriasi. Kembali ke Myanmar, mendapatkan perlindungan, mendapatkan hak-hak dasar mereka yang menyangkut masalah hak hidup dan juga hak ekonomi dan politik, hak ekonomi dan sosial.
The chairwoman of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House, NURHAYATI ASSEGAF, further demands the drafting group to revert to the result of the recent World Parliamentary Forum on Sustainable Development Goals in Bali that focus on specific role that can be done by the Parliament in implementing the SDGs before agreeing upon the SDGs agreement.
We had the Bali commitment, so I would really propose that in here, because parliamentarian has their forum for sustainable development, then we would really propose the addition here.
From Antalya, Turkey, Jakasindu and Ferdian TVR Parliament report.
Following to the recent condition of earthquake and tsunami victims in Palu, Sigi, and Donggala, Commission 8 of the House demands the government to evenly distribute the reliefs to reach all disaster-affected regions.
Speaking at the specific working visit to Palu, Central Sulawesi, Chairman of Commission 8 of the House, Muhammad Ali Taher, says Commission 8 and the government will keep looking for the solution to fix relation problems. This could affect the post-disaster management effort across Indonesia, such as by reinforcing the state budget and procurement of disaster mitigation technology. Ali Taher further assesses that the reconstruction process in Central Sulawesi must be carried out in maximum and integrated manners. The foreign aids must also be effectively distributed so it can be beneficial for earthquake victims.
Kami melakukan pengawasan apakah bantuan yang selama ini dari masyarakat termasuk luar negeri, apakah dapat berjalan sesuai dengan maksud dan tujuannya. Dan juga tepat sasarannya, by name, by address. Yang kalau hari minggu pertama itu kan persoalannya adalah masih emergensi, maka masyarakat semua dapat.
Member of Commission 8 of the House, SAMSU states that the amount of aids and supply that have been received, which came from both domestic and international, are plenty enough to help the people in needs. However, the government needs to form synergy in distributing the aids and accelerate the post-disaster reconstruction process.
Terkait dengan bantuan ini sudah cukup banyak, tinggal memang pemerintah provinsi dan kabupaten ini harus mengguidance ini, bantuan-bantuan ini. Harus melibatkan RT, RW, camat, kepala dinas, bupati, dan seluruh dewan yang ada di Kota Palu ini harus bersinergi dalam rangka untuk mendistribusi semua bantuan-bantuan yang ada di Kota Palu ini.
From Palu, Central Sulawesi, Abdul Ajib and Ferdian TVR Parliament report.
Commission 5 of the House urges the government to accelerate the normalization of SINGKIL river stream and finish the giant dam development that have been suspended since 2016. Therefore, Commission 5 urges the government to add the budget needed for dam construction in the 2019 state budget. The needs for dam is seen as urgent in order to solve flooding problem in SINGKIL district.
Speaking after the working visit to Aceh SINGKIL region, Aceh province, the member of Commission 5 of the House, IRMAWAN, says there are a lot of infrastructure problems needs to be solved in Aceh SINGKIL region, especially in regard to flood management system. According to IRMAWAN, due to the continuing flooding problem, there have been a lot of occurrences where the transportation access were completely cut off and disturb the flow of goods and services distribution and negatively impact the local economic activities. Therefore, IRMAWAN urged the central government to take serious steps. to run the normalization process and relocate the people who live around the river area.
Jadi sudah menjadi langganan SINGKIL ini menjadi daerah banjir dan setiap banjir selalu memakan korban. Jadi oleh karena itu kita berharap dengan adanya kunjungan Komisi 5 ini nanti kita akan mendorong di kementerian agar pemerintah pusat serius untuk menyelesaikan persoalan SINGKIL ini.
Meanwhile, the region of Aceh SINGKIL region, Dul MUSRID, hopes the government will immediately follow the suggestion of giant dam construction program that has been suspended since 2016. Dul MUSRID also asked the government to help the river normalization program since there are still land compensation problem that remains unsolved until this day.
Ya, banjir ini kita minta supaya yang secara prioritas pertama sekali kita berharap adanya normalisasi sungai atau pengerukan sungai. Nah, juga sinergi dengan pembangunan tanggul raksasa yang sudah kita usulkan sejak tahun 2016 dan saat ini sudah dibangun melalui pemerintah pusat yang anggarannya terputus pada tahun itu.
From Aceh SINGKIL region, Aceh Province, Hilman and Ferdian, TVR Parliamentary report.
Problem of double entries in the final voter list gets serious attention from Commission 2 of the House following to the upcoming 2019 general election. Although the number of the case continues to decrease, this double entries problem is still a homework for election organizers and must be solved in a short time.
This statement was stated in the Vice Chairwoman of Commission 2 of the House, NIHAYATUL WAFIROH, in the meeting at the Governor's Office in North Sumatra with Regional General Election Committee or KPUD, Regional Election Supervisory Agency or Bawaslu, and the Vice Governor of North Sumatra. According to her, a synergy and serious approach from the government is needed in resolving multiple double entries problem in the country. She adds an overall monitoring and supervision from all aspects is also required to solve this problem. For that, the government gives additional time to General Election Committee or KPU and Election Supervisory Agency or Bawaslu for the next 2 months in order to solve double entries problem in North Sumatra and all regions in the country.
2 bulan untuk agar nantinya DPT ganda ini bisa diminimalisir. Nah, tadi sudah disampaikan juga DPT ganda juga ada di Sumatera Utara dengan adanya keputusan untuk menambah waktu 2 bulan ini untuk menyelesaikan DPT ganda. Kita berharap DPT ganda yang ada di Sumatera Utara ini bisa selesai.
Member of Commission 2 of the House, FIRMAN Subagyo, assesses the double entries problem is caused by several factors, especially environmental dynamics that occur in the community, such as increasing first-time voters, the occurrence of transmigration and urbanization, as well as death factors. Such dynamics should place the General Election Committee, General Supervisory Agency, and the local government to act quickly and conduct data validation in the field so that no one is harmed due to double entry problems of final voter list.
Bagaimana sistem monitoringnya yang harus dilakukan. Nah, itu yang hari ini tadi kita fokus. Dan kedua, kita juga menanyakan tentang masalah kemungkinan daftar pemilih ganda itu karena ada pergeseran jumlah pemilih yang dinamis, yaitu sumbernya adalah dari anak-anak usia muda.
From Medan, North Sumatra, Fajar Ilhami and Afi TVR Parliament report.
Related to the case of babies dying from congenital rubella syndrome and thousands of children who have not been vaccinated by MR, Commission 9 urges the Ministry of Health to increase the socializations of the need, benefit and safety aspect of measles, rubella or MR vaccination to the community by involving community and religious leaders.
Member of Commission 9 of the House PUTIH SARI assesses the socialization of MR vaccination conducted by the Ministry of Social Affairs has not been done optimally since there are still doubts about the benefits and safety of MR vaccination. She adds that there is still lack of information provided by the Health Ministry to the public regarding the vaccination program. Therefore, PUTIH SARI urged the Ministry of Health to immediately evaluate and improve the socialization considering the fact that there are a lot of budget has been spent for the program.
Saya mendorong setiap kali di dalam rapat kerja dengan Kementerian Kesehatan, kita selalu mendorong evaluasi terkait dengan semua program vaksin, tidak hanya rubella gitu ya. Semua program vaksin, hanya saja yang terbaru kan rubella. Jadi ya kita tetap mendorong keberhasilan ini karena kan sudah dianggarkan gitu ya.
The member of Commission 9 of the House, ELVA, HARTATI, says the Ministry of Social Affairs must be able to convince the public to take part in the MR vaccination program, such as by inviting the leaders from the community, religious, and the customary side to plan an active role in socializing the program. ELVA adds any program to prevent the disease and provide healthy life for the community must be done continuously.
Nah, justru itu kalau masih ada penyakit ini diderita oleh masyarakat, berarti sosialisasi untuk imunisasinya tidak berjalan dengan sempurna. Karena saya lihat di daerah-daerah masih banyak yang orang tuanya menolak untuk divaksinasi anaknya.
Hilman Hidayat, Rangga and Afi, TVR Parliamentary Report.
With the high public interest in the era of digitalization towards creative economics, products such as fashion, music, film, and others has encouraged Commission 10 of the House together with the government to draft creative economy bill. The House hopes the law will facilitate and foster the creative economy business.
Chairman of Commission 10 of the House, Joko Ujianto, explains the Creative Economy Bill will foster creative industry stakeholders by providing trainings programs that aim to improve product quality and facilitating entrepreneurs with capital access and marketing distribution. Joko also proposed the government to provide tax incentive to the creative economy industry owners as a stimulus to spur the growth of economy in the country. Joko also proposed other option, which is to ease the business owner in acquiring capital loans.
Kita justru akan membuka kreativitasnya ya, para pelaku-pelaku ekonomi kreatif ini, baik di dunia fashion, di dunia kuliner, apapun di dunia produk-produk itu ya. Dan kita akan memfasilitasi kesulitan-kesulitan yang dihadapi oleh ekonomi kreatif itu.
Vice Chairman of Commission 10 of the House, Abdul Fikri Faki, says this bill will protect and accommodate the development of domestic creative economy industries so that the local product can compete with the foreign products which currently widely circulates in Indonesian market.
Kemudian nanti baru keuangan. Ini sekarang ini surpres presiden tidak, surat presiden belum ada Kementerian Keuangan, belum ada Kementerian Dalam Negeri, dan belum ada Kementerian Industri. Nah, ini Komisi 10 minta supaya itu dilibatkan.
Ayu Dwi Utomo and Afi, TVR Parliamentary Report.
Commission 11 of the House Representative of the Republic of Indonesia demands the government to act wisely and fair in making policies in the domestic cigarette industry.
Speaking after a meeting with the local government and cigarette entrepreneurs in Jombang District, East Java, Vice Chairman of Commission 11 of the House, Supriyanto, deplores the government's attitude which seemed to overly exploit the domestic cigarette industry. Since the government implied that it only wants to take advantage of cigarette excise that can be used to have financial deficit of the Social Security Organization or Healthcare Agency BPJS. Supriyanto says the government needs to make fair and balanced policy related to the cigarette industry and participate in empowering tobacco and cloves farmers in the region in order to improve the welfare of tobacco farmers and cloves.
Yang penting bagi kami adalah memastikan satu, ya kan, industri rokok harus menyerap tembakau dan cengkeh dari Indonesia. Tadi dikatakan bahwa sigaret kretek mesin yang menggunakan mesin itu ternyata mereka konsumen menyukai SKM tapi menggunakan produk lokal, tembakau dan cengkeh dari dalam negeri.
Member of Commission 11 of the House, Heri Gunawan, reveals East Java Province contributes cigarette excise receipt of 90.5 trillion rupiah, or equivalent to 51.7%. Heri Gunawan also asked the government to pay more attention to the domestic cigarette industry because the cigarette industry contributes greatly to the state revenue.
Penerimaan cukai untuk Jawa Timur itu memperoleh kurang lebih 90,5 triliun dari target bea cukai 175 triliun, berarti dengan kata lain 51,7%-nya diperoleh dari Jawa Timur.
From Jombang, East Java Oki and Avi TVR Parliament report.
And that rounds up this edition of English Parliamentary News. On behalf of all the crew of TV Parliament, we would like to thank you for your attention, and we'll meet again in the next edition of English Parliamentary News. From me, Dede Ramadan, once again, thank you for watching and goodbye.